Why do men pull away, especially when things get serious? This is what I want to be talking about in this video. My name is Maria and I'm a Mars Venus and NLP coach, and I help women, single women, find love. How do I do that? By teaching them about men, dating, relationships, but also their own role in this. And in today's video, I want to be speaking about why men actually pull away, especially when things start to get serious. Because you're dating a man and you really like him, you guys are so connected. You just feel it. You just feel in your heart like we're so connected. Things are actually going quite well. You're opening up to him, he's opening up to you. You guys are spending time together, serious time together. And then all of a sudden, he pulls away. And you're like, what happened? What happened? What did I do wrong? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? And you go up in your head, like, what do I do now? In today's video, I really want to be speaking about this because this happens a lot. A lot. And I want you to be calm. I really want you to be calm. And how can you be calm? By understanding why this happens. Because I can imagine that the dating scene is an emotional roller coaster at times. But by understanding men, dating, relationships, and also yourself, you will start to see that actually it is not as hard as it seems. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 3 reasons why men actually pull away. But before I dive into that, I want to give you my free gift. And that's my free ebook, The 5 Men You Need to Avoid During Dating. Because the thing is, so many women invest their hearts into men that cannot give them the relationship they're hoping for. And I don't want you to be that woman. So I wrote this ebook about the 5 types of men you really need to avoid during dating, so you will attract the right men. I've put the link in the description where you can download the ebook for free. But let's dive right into the video. Why do men pull away when things are serious? Because you feel so connected to your man. And you're like, why is this happening? I'm going to tell you all about it. So, reason number 1 is that he actually feels you're the real deal. He actually feels you're the real deal. He really feels so connected to you as well. Like, ooh, she actually could be the one for me. But he has some issues going on himself. And what I see happening a lot is that men cannot do things at once. And what I mean with that is that sometimes men need to deal with certain things before they can get serious. So this can be that he just started a new company. It can be that he's still finding a job. It can be that he's still looking for a house. So when a man feels he's not stable, he doesn't want to take that commitment further. Because the thing is, a man wants to be a hero. He wants to be your hero. And when he feels that he cannot be your hero, your man that takes care of you, then he's going to be out. So this can be the type of man that actually was like, oh, let's start dating, because he felt like he wanted to date. And then he met you and he's like, wow, this woman is amazing. I feel so attracted to her. I feel so connected with her on all levels. I don't want to hurt her. So what he actually does is goes to his cave and start thinking about the situation. So this might really be going on, and therefore he's pulling back. He is not initiating as much. He is not responding as much as you would like. Or what can also be the case is, what I see a lot is that men are not dealing with their emotions as they should. So I see actually a lot of men who have commitment issues, who are afraid to commit. And this is dangerous. This type of man is dangerous because this will probably continue to go back and fourth, and this is actually one of the 5 types I'm speaking about in my ebook. So please make sure you get it. So this can actually also really be going on that he actually has some internal issues himself that he's afraid to commit, or as I said before, that he has some things going on in his life and he just doesn't feel ready, but he feels you are the real deal, so he doesn't want to hurt you. Second is you were not involved enough. So probably you figured out that men like to chase. Men like to chase women, and we like to be chased. So this is great. This is awesome. But what I sometimes see happening is that the women who were more of pleasing in the past, so they call themselves the pleasers, and they figured out that that doesn't work, taking the initiative with men, letting men step over their boundaries, pleasing, it doesn't help. And then they actually start to be like, okay, then what could work? Maybe I should try the other thing. And then they go into the opposite direction. And they start to activate, I call her the wounded queen inside. So what she starts to do is be like, men should work for me. Men should invest in me. Like a sort of queen on the pedestal. And this is not going to help either. Because a man, yes, he loves to chase. But he also really needs love. He also really needs love. And this is the problem that I sometimes see, that he just feels, you've not invested in me, so why should I continue to invest in you? So just be very honest with yourself. Have you had this attitude of, you should be doing things for me? You should be always the one taking initiative. You should be the one always doing whatever. So be very honest with yourself and have an honest look in the mirror if this could be you. And thirdly, and this is not necessarily a reason, but I do want to let you know that actually this is a normal process. A guy pulling away, a guy that you're really connected to, that you just know that he likes you, he might actually pull away in the process, and maybe even a couple of times in the process. Because what happens with men is in the early stages, when he first sees you, he looks at you with his eyes and he's like, I like this. But what happens pretty much immediately is there's interaction down there as well. And that's where the energy goes. And the testosterone is being activated. So he starts the chase. After some time, he might reach his heart. And he's like, I feel so connected to her. I feel love coming. I feel love for her. She could be my friend. She could actually be more. So he really feels the connection in his heart. But then it starts moving from down there to the heart and then to the head. And then he's going to be like, am I ready for this? Do I want to take this to the next level? Is she the one for me, or could she be the one for me? Do I miss her when I'm not in contact with her or not? Do I want to make her happier? So these kind of questions men start to ask themselves. And that's when they tend to pull away. They go in the metaphoric cave and they process all this information. And very often then you don't hear from him, you hear less from him. He's not so into you because he's here having an internal process. So know that this is normal, that this happens or can happen, and that he's like an elastic band. He goes, and when he answers the questions with yes, I miss her, yes, I like her, yes, I want to take a next step, he will come back. And this might happen a couple of times. So do know that this is also somewhat normal. And this is what I wanted to speak to you about. And if you're now like, yeah, but Maria, how is this with my man? He pulls away, and I really don't know if one of these 3 reasons is actually the reason that he pulls away. And then I would say book a coaching session with me. Then we're gonna dive deep into your personal situation, and I will give you all the insights you need to maybe make this your Mr. Right, or at least we're gonna figure out if this is a man that you should continue to invest in or not. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I would like to see you in another video.